Street. So, first of our interviews for the JK 2013. Pleased to welcome Ralph Street of South London and Sod Italia. Ralph is here primarily to do a bit of promotion for the Project 2015.
And cooking.
And his cooking, his mum's cooking. And basically, Project 2015, well, I'll let Ralph explain what 2015 is all about.
Well, the idea of the project is to help promote the British athletes in our bid to be successful at the World Championships, which are being held in Scotland in 2015. And we came up with this project for a number of different reasons. One was to motivate us as athletes to be a bit more professional and to be really focused on trying to get the best results we possibly can do at WOC 2015, and ideally trying to match Yvette Baker's performance from the World Championships there in 1999. So that's the first aim for the project, and the second aim is to sort of try and get the British public, the British orienteering community, to be excited for for the World Championships, and trying to really get that team advantage, home advantage going for the World Championships, and to help us sort of get that extra 1% and 2% that we need to get the really best results possible.
So Ralph, I believe there is a website for the Project 2015?
Yep, it's www.project2015.co.uk. That's with numbers, and on there you can find a blog. So every week we try and write up stories of what the athletes have been up to every week. So stories about going on different training camps to Denmark and Portugal, as well as going to events. So there's a write-up of the British University Championships there. Lots of different things. So there's the blog to look at. You can look at the profiles of the different athletes on there. So if someone's in your area, an athlete in your area, they can come down and talk to your club, maybe at club night, about orienteering or training or anything you really want to. Just get in touch with us. You can get in touch with us on the website.
Yeah, so you're also looking for people and clubs to assist with the project as well, aren't you?
Yeah, we're looking for. Well, we get such a lot from clubs as elite athletes, sort of demanding sort of special. Well, we want elite length courses, and we want like finishes with an atmosphere and all these kind of things. So it's only right, we feel, to try and give something back to the community. So if you need, say, you want some coaching advice at your club night about maybe route choice, you could ask one of the athletes who's based near your club to come down and talk to you guys.
Yeah, I think it's an excellent idea, excellent initiative, and I know that in the past the GB squad have done something similar, but I've not sort of really seen it as well sort of organised and coordinated, and sort of the profile as well as this project. So I think it's really good. And yourself, Ralph, is there anything you're specifically doing as part of the Project 2015? I know you've written a few articles already.
Well, yeah, I mean, technically I'm the newsletter editor, so I have copious amounts of free time, so I might as well spend my time doing something useful for the project. So write some newsletters, which we're trying to distribute, trying to get our different ways of contacting people. We know not everyone's on the internet all the time, or on Twitter or on Facebook, so we thought newsletters at events is a good idea and a good way of communicating with the public, so that's what I'm in charge of.
So has there been a newsletter yet?
The second edition of the newsletter is out today. It will be at the Great Britain squad tent, and out there you'll also find a quiz. Project 2015 is running a quiz. There'll be some chocolatey prizes, I think, for those of you who do well on the quiz.
Excellent. So, Ralph, quickly, do you want to advertise the Facebook and Twitter pages?
Twitter is twitter.com/goldin2015. That's our Twitter account. So follow us and you'll get all the updates. And our Facebook page is facebook.com/project2015.
So pretty straightforward. So Ralph, moving on to you personally, what are your aims for 2015? What are you working towards at the World Champs?
Well, what I'm trying to do at the moment is see how good I can get at orienteering. So I've moved out to Sweden, which is a fantastic place to do technical orienteering training and training with a really good group from my Swedish club, Södertälje Orienteering, who are really pushing me and pushing everyone else along. So hopefully that will get me better at orienteering.
Södertälje, for those who don't know, is Stockholm, isn't it?
Yeah, it's just south of Stockholm, sort of half an hour's drive out, so pretty close.
Yeah, really, really good terrain, and obviously really accessible if you're flying around for competition. So really good place to be in, really intense elite competition there. Moving on to this year, how's your form looking for this year and JK this weekend?
Yeah, I'm feeling all right. As everyone always makes excuses as a runner, so I've got a few niggles, but it's all right. And obviously it's quite snowy in Sweden at the moment, so it's not been fantastic preparation for the south of England. But now I'm feeling pretty good, pretty fit. I ran 8:35 for 3K a couple of weeks ago, so I'm feeling reasonably fast. Just hopefully the navigation pulls together.
That's quite a tasty 3K time, Andy. Any comments?
Yeah, I don't think I ever did that when I was a 20-year-old.
So how about any recent races? Have you done any races in Sweden, or have you done anything in Denmark or anything?
The one race I've done in Sweden is called Mila by Night, which is a night series run around Stockholm, and I ran the final race about 3 weeks ago, and I came third. So my night orienteering is all right.
Pretty impressive. Training camps, have you done any training camps with either your club or the GB squad so far this year?
I've been on quite a few training camps. I've been to Portugal for the Portugal Orienteering meeting, and that was with the Great British Elite Development Squad, and we went out there for 10 days incorporating Portugal Orienteering meeting and another competition the following weekend with 3 days of really intense technical training, and that was really good actually. And yeah, thank you very much to all the coaches and the staff who made that possible. And you could tell it was fantastic, absolutely fantastic, the camp, and you could tell by all the athletes, everyone buzzing afterwards about how great they found it.
Yeah, I know, certainly from my time working with the squad, those warm weather training camps were really beneficial, and just a chance to go and race against all the top elites who usually use it to kick-start their season. A lot of good Scandi competition, and Portugal has certainly got a great reputation now for producing really good competition. What about your goals for the JK and this year?
My goals for the JK are to get selected into the next round of the World Champs selection process. So we have 3 races, the sprint, the middle and the long this weekend, and after this weekend they're going to select people to go forward to the next round of selection races. The middle and the long will be held much later in June.
I believe in Finland itself, is it?
Yeah,
test races?
Yeah, out in Finland the week after Jukkola, so be very, very, very relevant, of course, and hopefully we'll make sure that we take the strongest possible team to the World Championships.
Excellent. Bit more light-headed, so what about your favourite post-race food?
I have a massive craving for malt loaf. I absolutely think it is the greatest food in the entire world. It's absolutely fantastic. It's very easy, of course, to go and buy it in the shop, and it's like having a sandwich or a meal almost in a packet, and it's absolutely fantastic. I love malt loaf.
Top tip there from Ralph. Right, now final couple of questions, Ralph. What about your top picks? I did give you a bit of pre-warning on this, so yours, I'm going to ask you about the elite women, so the W21 elites. Who's your top picks for the weekend, starting with today?
I think, firstly, that Kat Taylor is in very good shape. She's been out, she lives in Uppsala, I think you're going to talk to her later, so she can tell you more about it, but she's in very good shape. I think Tessa Hill will be in very good shape as well, and I think Claire Ward will be in very good shape. So I think those would be my top 3 picks.
Yeah, I think there wouldn't be too many people who would argue with that, but if you think differently, then you can use the JK2013 Twitter hashtag and send us your thoughts on your top picks for the elite women. We'll try and get that running a bit more active this evening for the following 3 days of competition. But if you fancy giving us your top picks, we'll try and read them out tomorrow morning. You can also use the Facebook page. So finally, Ralph, what about the top tip for, let's start, well, sprint orienteering. What's your top tip for sprint orienteering?
My top tip for sprint orienteering would be to make sure you take your time with the running. I think it's a sprint for your mind and not for your legs. So it's much better to take the time and make sure you know exactly what you're doing than to try and run as fast as possible.
Very good tips there from Ralph. I certainly remember that, you know, when we had some of those foreign visitors over to Scotland for the Park World Tour, they commented how intense British sprint orienteering is, and quite maybe that's why we do so well, that we do, you know, predominantly compete on this sort of urban terrain, and puts us in good stead for the international sprint competitions, I think. Thank you very much, Ralph. Excellent interview.
You're very welcome.
If you missed the interview, hopefully we will try and get, it may not be the full video, but some edited highlights of the video. We've videoed the interview, so we'll see if we can get that up on the British Orienteering Facebook page later on. Thanks very much, Ralph.